So my name is Mike Morrissey. I'm the head football coach at Moline High School. We've been running the wing tee here since I took over offensively in 2017. We've had a number of school records that we've broken from an offensive standpoint, and obviously the biggest thing is that we've had really good kids that have bought into the system that we're doing, and coaches that have been able to get our system implemented the right way to where our kids are fundamentally based, and that's a big focal point of what we do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about our lead and our belly and kind of how we mesh those together when we install them, the little things that we do to kind of adjust the blocking for these plays, and how they've been successful for us and things that we need to work on going forward. So to start with, I'll kind of give you an idea of how we call things and the way it is. So we're not a traditional wing tee team from a terminology standpoint. We do things a little bit different. And the reason being is that I've learned from different people, and I've taken what I've gotten from them and applied it to what our system is now. So we're not, traditional Delaware terminology stuff. So bear with me on that. And again, I'm happy to share anything with anybody. We don't hoard our stuff. You want game film, or you want practice film, or you want these installs. All you have to do is ask, and we're more than happy to share these along. So to start with, we're going to start with our lead play. We're going to give kind of the different variations of blocking that we have on these, and then kind of walk you through how we can do, not only from under center, but, if you're a spread team or you're looking to kind of get into some different formational things, how you can still make this play effective without being in a traditional wing tee setting. So as you'll see, this is what we would call our blue wing right formation. We call this, blue wing right 51 lead. It's basically an ISO play to the weak side. So anything terminology wise with us that starts with a 5 tells us that we're going to be under center. And I'll get to kind of some of the shotgun stuff later, but our five number on that first number is an under center play. So no matter what we're running, whether it's our trap, our sweep, our belly, our lead, our down, if it begins with a 5, that means we're under center. Our 1 tells us we're going to the weak side, which means anything basically away from the tight end. If we're running a 2, so if it'd be 52 lead, we're running it to the tight end. So that kind of gives you at least an idea of how we call things and the understanding of what we're looking at. And like I said, we always tag the play at the end as we go. So this is just our traditional, like I said, blue wing right for us, 51 lead back to the weak side. This would be a split call. Okay, so I'm going to get into this a little bit here shortly as well, and then I'll show you some of these clips that we have on here, but I want to make sure we kind of go through the different variations of how we block it before we show any of the game film. So looking here, okay, back to the other side. We got 51 lead, same thing. We'll get to this here, but I'm going to talk about our split and calls and things like that before we jump into the film. So as we go, okay, our split call. This play is basically owned by our strong side, or what we call the strong side. Okay, so our halfback and our strong side, which is, I know, contradicting to where our tight end is, they're the ones that make the call on this. So it's all going to be dependent on where these guys line up defensively. So for us, if our guard and our tackle here on this side make a split call, our halfback has to hear that. He has to echo this. That means he's going to split in between the two and lead up on the inside backer. Okay, so if our guard thinks, I can block my guy inside, our tackle says, yeah, I can definitely, step inside and seal that inside gap off, then we're going to give a split call. That's the easiest call we make. Backside from our tight end, our center on, everything is zone steps. Okay, and that's kind of the easy part about doing this play, is that it's really low maintenance on the backside. They're all going to be zone stepping, step into the play side gap, and then working up to the next man or working up to the next level. So it's easy. It's a low maintenance play there to the strong side over here with these guys, and play side is really where it's got to be done. So this will be our split call. We're going to split this. We're going to go in here. Our halfback's going to insert inside, and he's going to come in here on the inside backer. The big thing for our halfback, if we're running our lead, pretty much regardless of how we run it, is he's always taught to line up over our tackle. He'll cheat a little bit, maybe to the inside shade, inside leg of our tackle, alignment-wise on this play. So you'll see here, we've run it a couple times in some of these clips. I'll show it to you guys just so you guys can get an idea of the split calls before we move on to some of the other ones. So looking here, okay, this was a summer clip with a 9-on-7 type drill. So we have a split call. Okay, so our guard and our tackle here are making a call. He's going to block down. He's going to make sure he seals. Our halfback's got to seal inside here for the inside backer, and all of these guys should be zoning. So our center should be able to step play side A, work up to cut off inside backer. Our guard backside is stepping inside A. He's going to work back to here, and everybody backside is go ahead and taking their zone steps. And then we're going to fake our belly play. Okay, so I'll show you that, and that's kind of how we keep an outside defender, keep him in check to make sure he's not blowing up on things. But we'll get to that here shortly too. So as you'll see here, okay, our guys split. Bam, we're able to get in on the inside backer. It doesn't have to be a blow-up shot, right? Our guys, our halfbacks have not been the most physical guys. Okay, that's one of the things that you have to rep and practice, and we do it against bags every day with some of our drill work, which we can talk about again later on. But our guys just got to get in the way. You basically just got to be able to get in the way of this guy. It doesn't even matter if you get run over. The big thing is that we at least make contact here, and they're able to seal that. So again, you see here, we split, he makes contact, and then we're able to get a big play here on an outside play on a split call. So we're fortunate, again, we've had some good running backs, and that helps as well. So here again, this is an unbalanced formation for us. Okay, so we do run a lot of our unbalanced stuff, but it's the same blocking schemes, right? So our guys make a split call. He's going to block out. He's going to block out. He's going to seal in. Our halfback's got to be able to seal inside. We'll fake our belly to be able to hold this outside backer, and that's how we account for him. So you'll see here, he works inside. This is an easy split call. Bam, our halfback's able to get through the first hole, and then it's on him to make a play. So again, we'll come back to this. Everybody's zoning backside. We seal. He gets in the way. Again, we don't even make contact. We basically make contact here at the line of scrimmage with our halfback, which isn't good. But all he's got to do is make contact with the inside backer. Once he does that, it's up to our halfback to make a cut off that. He's able to get around, and make a nice play to the outside. But again, another split call. Okay, here it is again. We're going to split this, block down, block out. He's got to step with his inside foot. He'll seal here. We'll fake our belly to be able to hold everybody to the outside. This is an easy one, guys. For our guys to be able to call this out is so simple. If he can block down on him, he can seal out on him. This is a nice, easy play for us against a 40 front. Bam, there it is. And then our fullback's able to get to the outside. So you get a different looks on this, on the split call and why we call it that. And then we'll kind of go on to some of the variations as well as we go. So here would be a flare. Okay, so if we have a different type of look, and this would be against a 50 front for us, our guys are going to call flare. It's just easier for them to flare or kick out, we called it at times, where our tackle can block out, our guard can block out, our halfback knows he's got to insert a little bit tighter, okay, and then our center's going to step play side. If we can get a good reach on this guy, if our center feels like, hey, we can reach this guy, I got him, I can take care of him, then a flare call is a good call for us, okay? Same thing, it's just got to be able to be something where our back can hear this, okay? So if our back knows he can insert inside, then we're in good shape. It's still going to be zone steps on the backside, same as always. So again, here's a flare call for us. I think the reason they called this is because this guy ended up starting to slant and cheat out this way. So now our halfback's got to hear this and insert. You'll see that here. He goes out, bam, there we flare it. We make contact. Our fullback does a nice job of cutting back and then getting upfield. Would have liked him to get a little bit more vertical right there, but he was kind of waiting for things to unfold. And we have some more clips on our flare stuff here later on as well. But just another variation, okay? Another variation of how we run our lead play. So we go here. This would be a Rex call for us. We don't run this as much, but basically what this is going to do is depending on what kind of look we have to the play side, we're going to try to seal things down. And our halfback's going to just say, if I hear Rex, I got to go to the outside. Okay, I got the outside backer no matter what. Sometimes we go and we reach. Sometimes we'll J block this guy. Okay, it just depends. If we run it to the tight end side, it's almost always a J block. So you'll see here in this clip, we get a Rex call. And reason being is that this guy has been slanting with this guy on the outside. This guy's been slanting inside our tight end. Okay, so what we end up doing, we Rex. We seal everything down. Now it becomes a J block here on this guy by our halfback. And we get a nice play where now we make we make a corner have to make a tackle on our fullback. So a slight variation here. Bam, bam, there's a kick out. And now our corner's got to try to tackle our fullback, and we were able to carry him for about 5 yards. So, again, they're just going to seal everything down. Tight ends down here. We're going to work a double team to this inside backer. This guy's going to come and J block here. Work up. Hopefully our tight end's able to get off on him and create a wall. You can see they're starting to get that down. Again, our halfback's not the most physical guy. Okay, he does enough to get in the way. But now again, we're sealed, and it's one-on-one with a corner here as we go. And we like that matchup with our fullback, who's in our system is our best runner. So that would be a Rex call for us on our lead, and one of those things that our guys this side have to make the call to. Here's an X-ray call. Okay, so I got a clip of Bellevue High School. Butch Gontroff has been a huge influence on our wing tee. Him and my dad. My dad's a Hall of Fame guy in the state of Iowa. Those guys have done so much for us from a implementation standpoint and adjustment standpoint. So I've been fortunate enough to get some of their film. So here would be they're calling this in some film we have. I don't have any, unfortunately, but you'll see here as they go. Okay, and they kind of kick out and fold and come underneath, and they're able to hit that thing inside. It's a smooth play, and it's something where, again, if you can get your kids to communicate, it's simple. It's easy to do as long as they communicate at the line of scrimmage. And that's something we teach our guys pretty much on every play. So no matter what play we're running, our guys to that side are going to make those types of calls. Okay, it doesn't matter if we're running sweep. It doesn't matter if we're running trap. They're going to make a call that simulates lead. All right, if they're doing that on a consistent basis, then it's hard for these teams to pick up on some of that stuff. And that's what we're looking for. Okay, so here's an example of something. We have a pretty athletic quarterback this year. So we want to do things to try to be able to get him the ball a little bit more and to work him into the run game a little bit more than we have in our wing tee system. And to do that, we've had to add some option and some keep stuff. So this is a play, an example of what we would call, if this is a split call, we're going to run a 51 lead keep. So we make the keep tag, and everybody else, it's lead. Okay, everybody else, the same responsibilities all the time. Nothing is changing up front. Nothing is changing for our backs. The only thing that's going to be a little bit different is our fullback, after he rides that mesh, is going to go ahead and look inside for the next threat as he goes here and seals. So we're going to ride that mesh to the fullback. Our halfback's still going to insert. The calls are going to stay the same for our offensive line, whether it be a tug, whether it be a Rex call, whether it be whatever it is. They all stay the same. So we're not going to change that at all, but it's just going to help get our quarterback in the run game. I got a lot of that stuff from the head coach, Sean Doyle's the head coach at Cathedral Catholic out in California and San Diego. And he sent me some film from 2016 where their quarterback was a good runner. And he's like, we almost did this on accident. We missed a couple handoffs and our kid just kept it and turned it into pretty much a double ISO play. So we're going to add that a little bit more. We got a really athletic quarterback coming through as a junior, and we're going to try to get him the ball. So we're going to tag that keep to him every now and then as well. So kind of piggybacking off of that. Okay, for some of you spread guys that want to do the RPO thing and still be able to use your quarterback as a runner, this is another example for us of what we're going to do. So when we go, for us, this would be trips right open. Okay, trips right open bunch. So we're going to bunch them up. It's trips right open, which means we're unattached on everything. We're going to separate all these guys out. So here's where some of the different terminology that we use from a number system comes into play. So anytime our guys hear a 2, okay, we're in a shotgun. So 2, we're in a shotgun. It also puts our halfback to the weak side. Okay, if it was a 3, our halfback would be to the strong side. If it was a 4, our halfback's going to come back here and he's going to play in the pistol set. So we are really, really multiple from where we can put our halfback and how we can align guys based on our number system and our terminology. And I think that's going to help with our quarterback run game and to be able to kind of implement some of these spread packages that we want to be able to run to play the numbers. So for this, if we're able to get a too high safety look and we're able to work it out to where we have 6 guys in the box, we want to be able to run our quarterback and still run our base wing tee stuff. So our run game doesn't change up front and everything for our kids up front stays the same. But we're able to tag those bubbles and slip screens and now screens and quicks and slants and things like that that we want to be able to kind of RPO teams off of. So this would be our quarterback lead. Okay, we tag it, QB lead with a bubble. All right, but it gives us, and we did this a lot in our contact days here this fall. Obviously, we couldn't go pads. We couldn't hit each other. So I don't have any legitimate film for you guys. I won't have that until the spring when we're able to practice and actually go after it a little bit, hopefully. But as you can see up front, it's the same thing. So we'd have a split call here. Our halfback's going to insert for the inside backer. They're going to zone step it to this side. If our quarterback likes the numbers, he's able to throw the bubble and we'll still run our lead play. If he doesn't like it, so if this guy were to roll down and be in the mix and this guy's now playing over the top, we're going to run our game. Okay, we're going to run our lead play and we're going to go ahead and take advantage of it. You can do this in a 2x2 set as much as you want as well. But the nice part is it keeps everything the same. I think that's the fun part about our terminology is that we're able to move guys around and still be efficient with what we do with our system. So with an athletic quarterback, like I said, this year, we're going to mix that up a little bit and be able to kind of play with that more than what we had in the past. So really excited about that, anxious to kind of get going. And then the play action game off of this stuff, guys, I think is just incredible. We'll do some things formationally, like this would be our blue wing right open formation. So all that does is take the tight end and the wing and work them out. So now we open them up and we can do anything off of our lead that we have in our passing game. So we kind of call our terminology left to right in our passing game. So we tag it that way. So we have two different concepts almost on every play, with the exception of our bootleg and our naked passing game. So we'll run play action with lead. We could run double post on this side. You could run a post on this side with an over. The sky's the limit. You can call literally whatever you want to be able to run in the passing game, as long as it's sound, from a pass protection standpoint. So we'll tag a lot of this stuff and have fun with that as we go. And it's something our kids are excited about so that we can still open things up and hopefully keep those two high safety looks to keep teams accountable at times, but yet still stay within the parameters of what we do. It's nothing new for our guys up front. It's nothing new for our backs and our quarterback. Everything stays the same from a footwork and terminology standpoint. We're now just adding some things in the passing game to make it a little bit more efficient and threaten the ball down the field. So that's kind of a big part of what we do going forward. And I'll kind of talk to you about how that ties in now into our Belly series. And then we'll kind of go into some more films so you guys can get to see some of this stuff and what we've done. So our Belly is another weak side run play for us. Okay, so this is part of our weak side package, but we run to our strong side and how we run it. So the reason why we put our lead and our belly together is because the footwork is the exact same for our quarterback and our quarterback, our fullback, and whichever halfback's either getting the belly or faking the belly. So it makes sense to put those in simultaneously as we go through our stuff to make sure it aligns with what we're doing. This is the same terminology stuff we covered earlier. We can always cover that later on if anybody has questions. And then we'll show some of the things that we do with our belly. So our rules backside are the same. Okay, it's all zone steps. So they're all going to zone step, play side, work up to the next level as they go. That's from the center working back. We want our center to attack play side A gap. He's got to be there. If nobody's in his gap, so for example, if this is a 50 front and this guy's sitting here as a head up nose, he's still going to step A, okay, before he hinges back and seals back on that nose guard, because he's going to get help from our quick tackle coming over and those guys or quick guard, and all those guys working that way. So the other piece, we are going to bucket step here with our play side guard. All right, he's coming around and looking back for the inside backer. Now, theoretically, our fullback is the guy for the inside linebacker. Okay, play side inside linebacker. He wants to get tackled. We want to fake this thing to where that guy's coming downhill and he's reading, he's reading lead and he's coming down to make a play. It doesn't always work that way, but that's what we want him to do. Our strong tackle, this is the hardest block in our system, I think, really of any play that we run. So he's got to be able to reach his guy. That's kind of his rule. And that's why our strong tackle is traditionally our best player, our best offensive lineman, because he's got to be able to step and reach so that we can get to the edge on this play. Our play side halfback, he's basically got a couple different steps on this. His responsibility is going to be whoever this force defender is to the play side. So a lot of the times when we teach these guys, if they got a hang guy that sits out there, he's going to go 3 steps lateral, and then he's going to attack that guy's outside shoulder because we want to get this play to the outside. Okay, we want to be able to get the ball in our halfback's hands to be able to get to the edge and let him run. So we're teaching, hey, if he's a hang guy to the outside, it's 3 lateral, and then you're reaching his outside shoulder. If this guy's playing at the line of scrimmage, your angle's going to be different. It may be 1 step, and then you're going for his outside shoulder. But regardless, we see that as we game plan, kind of the tendencies on what these guys do. And all you wing T coaches know, whatever you see the week before against the spread team is going to be very different than what you see when you're preparing and actually playing your game on Friday night. So we have to make adjustments on that, and that's just the way it goes. But you'll see kind of how we do it, all right? And we'll run it to a tight end. We'll run it away from the tight end. But this guy here, our halfback should be taking his 3. If this guy's tighter, he may take 1 lateral and then work for his outside shoulder. Our tackle is going to reach here. Our guard's going to bucket step, come around, should be looking back inside. Everybody else is zone stepping. We'll reverse out, fake to our fullback, who should be getting downhill, hopefully to occupy this linebacker. And then our receiver out here will go ahead and stalk on the side. So you'll see here, guys, we don't do a very good job right there. Okay, our mesh is horrible to our halfback. Our quarterback is supposed to reverse out, ride that thing all the way to the front hip before he pulls out, pivots. Okay, and then the timing by our backside halfback should be there. He does not do a good job. The kid back that we had as a 2-year starter back in 2017 and 18 or 18, 19, I'm sorry, did not do a good job of meshing this very well and selling it. So that's something that we definitely have to work on to get better. But you'll see here, just the action on the lead inside, helps us out tremendously. And then, we're able to get the ball in space to a guy, one of our better players, and get to the outside. But our guard, even as he bucket steps and pulls, should be looking right now inside. So really that should be his guy who almost makes the play. But ultimately we get around him, get a nice play, get to the outside, and we're able to make a play here. And you'll see it again on this one. So against this defense the next year, same team the next fall, we're running it here to our tight end. So the rules stay the same. Okay, the rules stay the same. We're going to reach here. Our tight end, if he's uncovered, we'll just try to step down and help and then work up to the next level. Our halfback is taking his steps and getting to the outside shoulder of this defender. We're going to bucket step, come around, look inside. So the rules are the same. We're going to zone it backside. Same exact thing. This is against a stacked defense. So we go ahead and sell lead inside. We get this guy commits in, which is great. And we're able to get to the edge based on that fake. But we don't do a great job of faking. Okay, so again, we got to do a better job of meshing this thing and then trying to get it here and selling it and being patient. So this play, guys, takes a little bit of time. If you mesh it right and you sell it right, it's going to take some time. Okay, you got to spend some time working on it, and that's just kind of the way it goes. But it's been one of our better plays over the course of the last couple of years. You'll see it here from the back end. So our guys are here. We'll double team there. Hopefully get our tight end up to this guy. He's going to reach to the outside defender. Our guard's going to pull around. Center stepping play side A gap and then hinging. Should be going zone here. I think he takes almost a step right upfield. But you'll see it from the back end. Actually, they do a pretty decent job here getting around. Our fullback gets tackled, and then we're able to get to the edge. And we got a nice play here. So, and we'll cover that again with some more film here as we go. But we run it both ways. Okay, we run it both ways. Some of the things that we have off that, guys, here it again. Is to the halfback now, to the weak side, but we'll show it here against a really good playoff team early in the season. We run it back to the other halfback side. But the rules stay the same. We bucket step, we reach. That's a better job of meshing, getting around to the edge. We don't seal that one, and that's the killer here. So you'll see here, this guy gets free, this inside backer. But if we sealed, right, now if this guy's tackling our fullback right here and gets through, then we're in good shape. But that kid just got enough of it to make a play and did a nice job. But the rules are simple. The rules don't change, and that's the nice part about this play. And that's why it's been so successful for us over the last couple of years with what we do. And here's a couple more examples. So again, here's an example from Bellevue that I got from Coach Goncharoff. This is about the best example I can give you guys. You'll see here on the play fake, and then the give to the wing back here or the halfback. Everybody thinks the play is over. They shift to it, which is awesome, and we've been doing a lot of that as well. But they sell their lead, they give to the outside, and off he goes. So that's years and years and years of getting really good at that stuff, and they're one of the best in the country at it, or we're one of the best in the country at that time. So here's another example of a playoff game, guys. We're less than 2 minutes into the half, or less than 3 minutes before the half. We got an interception. We're back down here in the first round playoff game. We're up, but we got 90 some yards to go, and we go to our belly play on first down, and we don't block it extremely well. There's some mistakes that we make, but we get around enough to seal, and that's all it takes. And it's a home run hitter for us with some of our best players. So I do think it's a fairly high maintenance play, but it's something that's been very, very successful for us, and something that we'll continue to run really, going forward because it's been so successful. One of the variations that we're going to put off this year is our belly option. I talked about our quarterback being an athletic kid. So we're going to do some belly option stuff, and we're going to run that a little bit more this year. It's going to change a little bit. We're still going to zone it backside, Our guard's going to pull around, and really we want him sealing this guy. So we're going to block down against good football teams. When that guy blocks down and this guy squeezes, that should help this block a little bit more. Our halfback block stays the same. Our receiver is going to crack down for the next level. So if this guy were to get wide, he's able to help. So we basically have two hats on this guy. If this guy were to disappear and he cracks, our halfback's taught you're coming up as well to the next level, and then we'll option off that corner. So the mesh is going to be important. Our fullback's got to get through, and he's got to help seal and look backside. But again, with an athletic quarterback, it doesn't change a lot. And for us, we feel like it's low maintenance enough in our system to be able to go to that where we want to be able to run it, and we want to be able to be efficient with it. So let me jump here, guys, to some more film so you can see some of what we've done and what we do. And then, if, like I said, if there's ever questions or anything that you need that you guys ask, and we'll get it to you. But here again, split call. This is going to be to the tight end. Okay, so for us, we call this a blue slot right. And I know this terminology is old, so this would be a 52. Okay, to the tight end, a 52 lead, where we'll double here. Our tight end would have to get off to this outside defender. We're going to block down here. Halfback inserts right there. We're going to zone step backside. And then really it becomes one-on-one with a safety type kid or a corner there to the outside. So you'll see here as we step, snap down, bam, should be an inside step here. Our center stepping play side A and should be coming off to this guy. Bam, stepping out. So it's a split call out here. Our halfback inserts just enough. Bam, right there. We block belly. Guys, the belly fake is key for this right here. Right, we just want to hold this guy out here. So we want to send this guy in motion or have him go on his track to be able to hold this guy for a split second. So if our best guy cannot get through this in time before he's tackled by him, we probably need a new guy playing fullback. So here he does it, ends up one-on-one out here at the corner. He runs that guy over and falls forward for a good gain. Here it is again. We're flaring this. We looked at this play earlier. Split call. Bam, right there, inside. Again, we do enough, right? We do enough here to hold this guy, okay? And we're able to hit that thing inside and get a nice play on that. And we'll get off here to some of the practice film and get to some of the stuff that we've done in games so you guys can see our lead stuff. Okay, so this is the first game of the year. Okay, first game of the year, and the back view is really good. First game of the year back in 2019, this last fall, not this one, but the one before. So this is a split call. Okay, we're gonna block out here. We're gonna hit here. They're gonna zone this. We got to hold this guy with our belly fake. Our fullback or our halfback should be inserting here. From the back end, you see this is a really nice football play. And our fullback, who is young, tries to bounce everything outside, and he does, unfortunately. But you'll see here as we go. Okay, and I'll play this thing to get the back view. If he just sticks this thing inside, we get a 5-yard gain on this. We might have got a 7. Might got an 8-yard gain. But you'll see here, he's going to block down. He's going to block out. He's going to insert here for the inside linebacker. And you'll see the hole that comes open. He doesn't do a very good job. Our fullback does a really poor job. He's supposed to be lateral and then straight downhill, and his footwork isn't very good. But right there, that's it. That's the seal. That's the seal. That's the seal. If he hits this right here off that block, we have a really nice football play. Instead, he wants to bounce it outside. Maybe he saw the safety and flash and wanted to get out. Didn't do a nice job, okay? So here again is a split call. So this is later in the season. This kid playing fullback for us right now is a super physical kid. But we block out, we block down, we insert here, and he doesn't get touched until about 5 yards, and then it's really just him. This guy comes upfield because of our belly fake. He gets inside, and now we're 6 yards downfield before he's even touched. And then this kid just does the rest. So if you got a good fullback, a good physical fullback, this is a great play. And here this is just him carrying guys doing a nice job of continuing upfield and him getting into the end zone. Let's see here. We'll get another one here. So here's our keep, guys. We did keep this last year. We didn't option off of it. And our quarterback did a poor job of really trying to belly this thing out. But he fakes in, fullback gets tackled, our quarterback gets around, and picks up a first down for us. And that was just a keep call that we ran on that. So here's our lead play, again, to the weak side. So they're going to go ahead on this one and steal, and then our fullback gets through, breaks a tackle, and then, makes a couple really nice plays downfield, and ends up getting a 67-yard touchdown run off this thing. So we're fortunate to have some good players too. When you can make a guy miss 4 yards down the field, that helps a little bit. But I want to make sure I showed some of that stuff. So now we'll get to our belly stuff, guys, so you can see some more of this film. This one we showed earlier on some of the things that we've done off this. Like I said, from the backside, you saw this. So here it is again in 2018, down in the goal line, same thing. It's a nice play because everybody packs it in. Okay, they want to pack it in at the goal line. Great. We'll reach here with our tackle. We'll reach here with our halfback. Our fullback's got to get tackled inside. We'll pull that guard around. And this is like a guard's dream right here. What we ended up doing, our receiver ended up missing his block. And because everybody committed inside, our big guard is able to get out and gets a corner on the edge and is able to clean that thing up, man, on a corner, and gets to put that on a highlight film. This clip, you already saw it as well. This one we saw earlier. Here it is again. Now we're down inside the 20. Same rules apply. We're going to go ahead and try to reach here. This guy's now got nobody here, okay, because he's stepping and reaching. So what he ends up doing is going around. We should theoretically be up here for the safety. I think our tackle gets beat. Our halfback ends up helping a little bit and then gets around. And now we're able to get to the edge, again, with one of our better runners, out in space against a corner, and he ends up getting tackled here close to the goal line. I think we score the next play. But not a great fake. We would have liked a better fake. Our quarterback didn't like a lot of contact that year. Now we go ahead and we get down in there and make a play on this. Same thing here. Okay, this is a playoff game. Same one in 2018, first-round playoff game. Make a nice fake. He reaches, does a nice job. We get to the edge. There's our guard getting around. Bam, they get a holding call, which, obviously is the guy running it. We thought that was garbage. And then here's a play that we put in off of this. So if you have a halfback that can throw, okay, and everybody in America has a halfback that thinks they can play quarterback, so they all want to be able to throw the ball. So we ran this. This is a second-round playoff game against Batavia, who here in this, it was another 7A school in the state of Illinois. Outstanding football program, perennial powerhouse in the state of Illinois. And we ended up, first play of the game or second play of the game, we had like a 70-yard run, get called back on a sweep. Got some, that was the first place, and we ended up on a holding call. So we're backed up, against a team that's probably physically a little bit better than us, and we got a halfback that can throw. So we put in our belly pass to try to take advantage of a play, to get a big chunk play here in the first series of a playoff game. And you'll see here, it's the same rules. Okay, we don't pull our guard, so that's the difference. Okay, we base this thing. We go ahead and have our halfback attack like he normally does. You see the backers here. This is a Division I linebacker playing at Northwestern. This kid's at North Dakota State. This kid's at Indiana State. The other one is at Arizona. So we're playing 4 Division I linebackers here in this game. And as we fake, they're reading their keys. They're doing a great job of what they're taught to do. Everybody is downhill. Okay, so our fullback, we fake to our fullback. He's got to be able to block somebody. Our halfback's got to be able to block somebody. We go ahead and hand it off to our halfback. He bellies back. And we got our receiver coming down the field there with nobody on him. And we get a huge touchdown play on the first series of our playoff game. So if you got a kid that can throw and you're willing to put some time into to adjust to things, it really only changes things for your guard. Everybody else stays the same. You're able to get a big pass play down the field off a staple of your run game. So we try to work that out with everything that we do in our system. We have some sort of gadget play, and then we have some sort of play action off of everything we do. So, we run our sweep, we run our trap, we run belly, we run lead, we run down, we'll run power, and those are our base run plays, and our counter, of course, but we call that's kind of mixed in with our trap series, how we run counter. And then we have play action off of all of it. So that's what we run, guys. That's our belly and our lead. That's what we do off of it. We have a bunch of variations of how we block things. That I'd be more than happy to share, like I said, but it's all a part of what we do. And we jump into spread formations and do the exact same stuff, and it doesn't change for anything. Our guys say the same. They understand what we're trying to accomplish on every play. And that's what I think makes it really, really effective for us with those two plays, with how we package them and run them together. Like I said, we're gonna play with some belly option with our quarterback. We're gonna do a lot more spread stuff and be able to run with our quarterback. With our lead game and some different formations to be able to RPO off that. And We're excited about, what we're able to do, but we are going to be a wing T team. That's what we do, and that's kind of what we believe in, and that's what our kids up front. That's what we built off of. So we're just going to vary it off our personnel this year and try to make it as efficient as possible. But like I said, anything that I can do to share, to help out, or to give out to you guys, I'm more than happy to do that, and happy to contribute to the coaching society that we're so fortunate to be a part of. So thank you guys again for your time. Really appreciate it. And, good luck to you guys all going forward. And like I said, if I can help in any way, just let me know.